Welcome to the second part of transportation in plants. In the first part, we looked at how hot and mineral salts move from the soil to the upper parts of the plant. In this one, we're going to take a look at how manufactured food move from where they are made to where they are needed or where they're supposed to be stored. So the process by which manufactured food move from where they are manufactured or where they are synthesized to where they're supposed to be used or to be stored is called translocation, and is defined just like the way I've defined it as the movement of manufactured food from the source to the sink sites through phloem. So the movement occurs in phloem. So the main types of food that are transported in translocation are sucrose and amino acids, which are dissolved in water. We're going to take a look at 3 experiments that support that translocation occurs in plants. So the first one is called is called the feed-in aphids, or it uses feed-in aphids. So in this one, a feed-in aphid is made to suck the stem. So when it does that, it is anesthetized, and its head is chopped off. So or the other part of the body is removed so that we remain with the head. So as it is sucking, we're going to see a droplet of water at one of its ends. So this is not water, this is solution of dissolved sucrose and amino acids, if this is tested. And the feed-in aphid, if you investigate further, you're going to discover that it is sucking from a phloem, a phloem vessel. So this proves that manufactured food move in the phloem vessel. The second experiment is the ringing experiment. So in this one, a stem has a back removed in form of a ring. So you remove this part of the stem, then you remain with the inner part of the stem, but the back removed. So after some time, you're going to discover that the upper part is going to get swollen. How? So the way what causes this swelling is manufactured food from the leaves is going, as it is being transported to the other parts of the plant. In this case, it is passing through this channel, but when it reaches here, a phloem has been removed together with the back. So this food is going to accumulate here, and this is what is going to cause this to swell. So this is the ringing experiment, which proves that translocation occurs in plants. The third and final experiment is the one that involves using radioactive carbon. So in this one, the plant is given radioactive carbon. So radioactive carbon is a type of carbon which is radioactive. In short, this property, radioactivity, will enable us to fume the movement of this carbon. So once the plant is given radioactive carbon, actually it is given in form of carbon dioxide. Once photosynthesis takes place, what's going to be made is sugar. The sugar contains carbon, so the sugar is going to be also radioactive. So it's going to be radioactive sugar. So once we have the radioactive sugar, and if we use photographic films, we're going to see the radioactive sugar being transported from where it has been made to the other parts of the plant in the phloem vessels. So these are the evidences of translocation. We're going to end this topic with plant storage organs. So I've talked about the manufactured food being taken either to where it's going to be used or where it's going to be stored. So we're going to look at various storage organs in plants. The first one, before I can even start, food manufactured by plants is converted to starch and oils for storage. So oils are usually stored in seeds, such as groundnuts. Then starch is stored in other storage organs, which we're going to discuss. The first one is a root tuber. So what's a root tuber? This is a lateral root swollen with stored food. So this is an underground root that is just swollen with stored food, e.g. sweet potato. So sweet potato is a storage organ. It's a root it's a root where food is stored. So this is an example of a root tuber. The second one is a stem tuber. So this is an underground stem swollen with stored food. So an example are potatoes. So potatoes are stems, but they are swollen with stored food. The third one is a bulb. A bulb is made of underground fleshy leaves growing from a short stem. Underground fleshy leaves growing from a short stem. A good example are onion, garlic, and the others. So if you look at onion, these are leaves which are piled up to form this. So they are storage organs. The fourth one is a rhizome. So a rhizome is a swollen underground horizontal stem. So this is a swollen underground horizontal stem. So the difference between a stem tuber and a rhizome is a stem tuber is just an underground stem swollen with stored food, while a rhizome is always horizontal, meaning that it moves from left to right. So a good example of a rhizome are these. So these are rhizomes. In short, ginger. Then we also have culm. So a culm is a swollen underground and vertical short stem. So it's a swollen underground and vertical short stem. This is a horizontal stem, but a culm, it's a vertical stem and it is short. So these are examples of culms. Finally, we have a seed. So a seed is defined as a sexually produced structure containing a plant embryo and its food store protected by what is called a tester. So in any seed, there are two things. There is a plant embryo, which is a baby plant which is going to grow. And also there is food stored there. And the cover of a seed is called a tester. We're going to take a look at this later in detail. But for now, just know that a seed is also a storage organ. So we have these 6 storage organs: root tuber, stem tuber, bulb, rhizome, culm, and the seed. So what is expected of you is to be able to identify this or to define this, and if it's possible, give some examples such as sweet potato for a root tuber. So this marks the end of this topic. Hope you have enjoyed. This one was shorter than the last one. Otherwise, happy solving.